Namaste, welcome everyone, welcome. Welcome to our practice. So let's settle onto our mats and have available what we need for our practice. I invite you to reach for either blocks or a low footstool or chair for when we move into balance, so that you can raise the earth up towards you in order to find balance and stability. Perhaps you would like a blanket that you can fold underneath your seat or place underneath your knees, again to bring additional comfort and ease to your practice. Let's come into Sukhasana with your legs crossed and connect with from your root chakra down towards the earth. So connect with your root chakra from the base of the spine down towards the earth, the sit bones, the pelvis, the thighs, the lower legs, the feet. Grounding here. And from the root up, from the base of the spine, begin to invite length, space, expansion. By consciously drawing the crown, the sahasrara, up towards the sky. Open across the heart. By drawing the shoulder blades, by drawing the collarbones further apart. Create space between the tops of your shoulders and your ears. Our mudra today is the Muladhara mudra. The Muladhara is the root chakra. Interlace your ring and little fingers. So bring your hands parallel and then interlace your ring finger and your little finger. Bring the tips of your middle fingers together. And then with your index and thumb, interlock them to create an infinity circle. So depending on whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you might want to bring that thumb closer to your heart. So let's prepare our Muladhara mudra once more. Palms parallel. Interlace the ring and little fingers by threading them together. Tips of the middle finger come together. And then loop your index and thumbs into an interlocking circle and bring the tips of the index and thumb together. This is Muladhara mudra. Bring it in front of your heart. The Muladhara mudra helps to connect with our sense of resilience, endurance, stability, security. Our practice today is in honor of the full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is an earthy, grounding sign. We'll be drawing upon the energy of the earth, Prithvi, through the Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra and the earth element intimately intertwined and connected. Closing your eyes or gazing softly down towards the earth. Having passed the solstice, the turning point in the year, this midpoint of the year in which we have an opportunity to check in, to do a health check, a spiritual check, an emotional check. Reflect on where you are at. Evaluate where you are at. Our lunar practice today will look back and look forward from this vantage point. So today, embrace the opportunity to reflect where you have been, the efforts you have made, the path you have chosen. Examine the limitations, both self-imposed and those imposed by society, conditioning. This may cause us to feel unsettled, unsteady, drawing upon the energy of Capricorn, of the goat, to steady ourselves during this turbulent, dynamic period of change. And then look ahead. Focus on the path yet to come. Plan. Envisioning and then planning. Planning your path into realization. Our mantra for today is Om Purnamada Purnamidam. This is a mantra that recognizes our inherent fullness, abundance, complete sense of completeness, wholeness. No matter what happens, no matter what others take from us, we remain whole and complete. Just as the moon remains whole and complete, whether we can see it all, or whether it's a new moon. The fullness of the moon remains full, whether we see it, or whether it is unseen. We'll do call and response once, and then we'll chant together. Om Purnamada. Together. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamidam pūrṇāt udacyate pūrṇāt udacyate pūrṇasya ādāya pūrṇasya ādāya pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. You are fullness. There is fullness. From the fullness, fullness is born. Remove the fullness from the fullness alone remains. That is infinite. This is infinite. From that, this comes. This added or removed from the infinite remains infinite. We'll chant twice more together. Om. And as we do, I invite you to lift your arms up towards the sky and then back to the heart, up towards the sky, over to the left and the right. I'll move with you so you may open your eyes to be guided. Om Purnamada Purnamidam pūrṇāt udacyate pūrṇasya ādāya pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. Om Purnamada Purnamidam pūrṇāt udacyate pūrṇasya ādāya pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Open out your fingers. Curl and uncurl your fingers. Muladhara Mudra is quite hard work, especially on the inside of the wrist, where our fingers are interlaced and crossing over. So really release your hands here for a moment. Extend the left leg long. Keep that right foot tucked in. Turn over to the left here. Lengthen here, reaching up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, hinge towards the left foot. Travel with your hands down towards the feet. Maintaining length in your spine. Keeping the gaze towards the big toe. It matters not how far forward you fold. Take a moment here. Inhale, bring your hands in Namaskar at the heart. Exhale, look over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Let's take the left hand towards the left foot. So on the leg, on the ankle, or wrapped around the big toe. Inhale and reach up and over. Bring the ring finger and the thumb together in Prithvi Mudra over to the left. Perhaps you open your heart towards the sky. Inhale through center. Bring the hands to the earth. Let's rotate on the left leg. Bring the right knee up towards the right hand. We're going to come into Raja Kapotasana, pigeon pose. So from Janu Sirsasana here, inhaling over to the right, hands to the earth, then rotate and roll on the left leg. Shuffle the right knee towards the right hand. And coming into Raja Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Let's stay high here. You may even come up onto your fingertips. Open your heart, lengthen your crown. Sink into the hips, into the pelvis to connect with the earth. One more full breath here. We're going to bend into the left knee now. And bring the left knee towards the right heel. Coming into rotation. Looking over the right leg for the moment. And then let's walk our hands over to the left. I'll turn so you can see me. So we come down towards the earth over on the left. You can come onto your forearms, or you can bring your entire body down towards the earth. So we're transitioning from Raja Kapotasana into this gear rotation, where the left knee comes towards the right heel, and then turn your heart over to the right, and then fold down towards the earth. Your journey towards the earth can reach all the way down towards the earth, or you may stay lifted with your heart open. Breathe here into the points that are connected with the earth. We are connecting with this earthing, grounding energy during this dynamic season of summer, during this dynamic period of change around the solstice. This full moon shakes up our foundations. The full moon also reveals where our foundations are secure. Inhale to rise up. Walk your hands towards your body, counter twist to the left. And then let's come back to center with our hands in Namaskar. Extend that left leg for a moment. Open out the right leg. Coming into this dragonfly variation. Let's hinge forward here. Take hold of your shins or your knees your ankles, your feet, wrapping your peace fingers around your big toes. Maintain the length in your spine. Open your heart. And let's come into this forward fold here, only traveling as far as feels grounding for you. This feels stable, secure, safe. When our foundations are being tested, our sense of safety, our sense of security, our sense of stability is challenged. Sometimes we need to shake things up to find the new path forward, to rediscover our connection to where we were headed and perhaps got distracted en route, diverted en route. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your body. Hug in the left heel to the center. Turn your heart over to the right leg, keeping that foot flexed. As you exhale, maintaining this length, let's fold or hinge forward over the right leg. Walk your hands as far feels comfortable. Maintain the length. Gaze towards the big toe. By gazing towards the big toe, by finding our drishti there, we're creating this cycle of energy, this circular pathway of energy. Maintaining that sense of wholeness, completion, fullness. Inhale, let's walk your hands back towards the body. Hands come into prayer, namaskar, turn over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Reach over with your right hand towards the right foot, heading in that direction. Connecting with whichever part of your leg or foot you reach. Inhale, thumb and finger together in Prithvi Mudra, Earth Mudra, coming into a lateral stretch towards the right. Breathe into the space that you're creating on the left side. As we move through our practice, check out the places in your body, emotionally, spiritually, that feel secure and stable, that feel like a true reflection of you, that are authentic to where you are and who you are. Sift out the real from the unreal. Inhale through center. Let's bring the hands over to the left here. And let's move into this rotation. So let's roll onto that right leg, the front of that right leg. Bring that left knee towards the left hand. Reach back with your right leg. And let's stay up high here. If you wish to adjust this left foot, you may, depending on how much space you have in your hips. Some have more, some have less. Nevertheless, we are all full and complete and whole. Come up high onto your hands if you wish. Lengthening here. This is King Kaputasana, King Pigeon. Growing the crown towards the sky. Om Purnamada. Om Purnamada. Purnamidam. pūrṇāt pūrṇam udacyate. Pūrṇasya pūrṇam ādāya. pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. Roll onto that left hip, bend into the right knee, so you bring your legs into this sort of zigzag deer rotation. Turn even more over to the left, so take that left knee over the right, that right hand over the left knee, and then fold down towards the earth. Sense if you experience discord or disharmony here. Sense if you experience harmony and balance here. Now that we're working the other side of our body. One more breath. Inhale, press into the earth to rise up. Walk your hands back towards your body. Bring your hands into Namaskar. Look over to the right to counter twist. Inhale back to center. Well done, everybody. Extend your legs out. Take a moment here. So my friends, here, you can keep a deep bend in your knees or you can extend them long. You can also place blocks in front of you or a bolster or a cushion, and we're going to come into a forward fold. I don't have everything that I need ready in front of me, so I'm going to create my own little stack with what I've got. And then raise the earth up towards you. The way my body is designed is that I need to raise the earth towards me. And again, let's fold forward and rest our eyebrow center on a surface. It might mean that you need to, yes please, my very helpful assistant here. So if you have something else available, you can rest your eyebrow center on a pillow or a cushion. Just for a moment, coming into repose, coming into rest, coming back to the center, coming back into balance. This midpoint of the year enables us to look at where there is imbalance. Where have we been placing our attention and energies? What has been the impact? Has that enabled us to grow and expand, or has that created an inward-looking contraction in which we are fearful or anxious or obstructive or controlling? Capricorn is a very determined, focused, ambitious aspect. Wherever you are in your forward fold here, my friends. Inhale, keeping that spine long. Let's rise up. Remove your little bridge or prop that you have used. With helping hands underneath your thighs, draw your knees in. Place your hands either side of your hips and then windshield wiper your knees all the way to one side and then all the way to the other side. Looking this kind of multi-directional to the left and to the right. Looking into the past, looking ahead into the future. We're going to move into Malasana. So your Malasana, my friends. You can rise up onto your feet here. You can use your seat by placing blocks or a footstool and sit on something. Raise the earth. We're all about connection with the earth today. And then let's bring our hands into our Muladhara Mudra. Interlace, so cross over the little finger and the ring finger. Extend the middle fingers there so they're connected. Interlace the thumb and index so they create an interlocking circle. You will see that is the infinity sign. Om pūrṇamada. Elbows can be resting on your knees, the inside of your knees. Lengthen here. Turn your toes out so they face the same direction as your knees. You can be sitting directly on the earth, my friends, or seated on a low footstool or a bolster or several cushions. Let's test out our foundations. What support do you need to feel secure, to feel stable? at this moment of culmination between the past and the future. This turning point we have just passed at the solstice. And this full moon illuminating the past, illuminating the path into the future. One more breath here. Bring your hands to the earth. Roll onto the ball of that right foot and extend the left leg long. Coming into Skandasana here. Toes pointing up. Some of us may want to sit on the earth and have the sole of our right foot on the earth, left leg extended out to the side. Some of us may be sitting on blocks. Some of us may have our fingertips on the earth here. We may have our fingertips on bolster. Enable whatever you need to feel stable and secure here. Then find your drishti on the horizon. And when you're ready, let's bring the left hand to the heart, followed by the right hand. Or leave both sets of fingers on the earth, the yogi's choice. Coming into Skandasana, press the left hand into the right hand. Keep lengthening the crown. And if you wobble, like me, so be it. One more breath here. Bring your hands to the earth. Let's scooch on over to the left side. Take your time. There's no rush. And then again, extend that right leg. Either bring your seat to the earth or bring a bolster and sit on it, or a blocks or a low footstool. Flex that right foot. You can move your toes to help you balance. Find your drishti, something ahead of you on the horizon that's not going to move. And then when you're ready, and only if you are ready, bring your hands in namaskar at the heart. You'll be making micro movements with your feet. If you are seated on the earth, again, you can bring your hands together in front of your legs. You might want to hug that leg in a little bit more. Just find the space that you need here. One more breath here in Skandasana. And then, my friends, let's come back to the center. Rise up with your seat. Point your toes forward. Have your legs, outer little toe sides of your feet parallel. Have a soft bend in your knees. Let's come into a wide-legged forward fold here. Padottanasana. Lengthen the spine. Crown reaches forward. Fingertips on the earth, palms on the earth. Or you can bring your hands onto blocks or your legs. Place the right hand in the middle of the mat. Inhale, draw your left arm up towards the sky. Coming into this twist here, thumb and ring connected in Prithvi. Practicing Hatha Yoga. So Hatha Yoga, the basis of our modern practice, means strong, forceful. And with that sense of strength comes stability. So our practice today isn't about rushing from one pose to the next in a vinyasa style. It's about creating a sense of connection. Exhale, left hand towards the earth. Open up by drawing the right hand across the heart. Gaze up towards the sky. Visualize the fullness of the moon. The illumination that is cast upon you, upon your heart. How true and authentic have you been to your own dreams, aspirations, ambitions? Did you become over-ambitious, ruthless, controlling? Inhale, Muladhara Mudra to the heart. Bend into your knees deeply, rising up in Utthita Konasana or Devasana. Turn the toes out even more. Sit into your seat here. Inhale, turn to the right. Back to center. Over to the left. Back to center. Reaching up above the crown. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Draw your hands back towards your heart. Take a moment here. Straighten through the legs. Open out your arms in Tadasana, star pose. And bring your thumb and ring finger together in Prithvi. Let's heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, or jump to the center. When you've got to the center, let's reach overhead. Interlace your fingers into your muladhara, so thumb and index interlocked, middle finger released and pointing up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center, exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Bring your hands to your heart. Step over to the left here. Turn the right foot towards the top of the mat and then turn the left foot. So you should have kind of like half the width length of your mat here. Coming into pyramid pose. You can walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. This will create a broader base for your pyramid. Having your legs much closer together, your feet more aligned, will create a narrower base for your pyramid. Your Parshavottanasana, hands at the heart in Muladhara. So left foot at a 45-degree angle, right foot pointing directly towards the top of your mat. Connect with the four corners of your feet by lifting your toes, then connecting through the mound of the big toe to the inner heel, and then the mound of the little toe to the outer heel. Have a soft bending your knees, so unlock your knees if you found that you've locked them. Turn your heart directly over your right leg. As you exhale, hinge forward. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Hands can stay at your heart. Depending on how your shoulders feel, you can reach your arms forward. Again, check where you might be locking. One breath here. Exhale, left hand comes to the earth. Inhale, draw your right arm across the heart to reach up, coming into a twist. Thumb and ring finger connected. You can place your left hand on block or your low footstool. Or if you're near some furniture, use the end of the sofa or end of the armchair. One breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Inhale, draw the left arm across the heart to reach up. One more breath. Inhale, hands come back to the heart in your Muladhara Mudra. You can reach forward again or keep your hands at your heart depending on how it feels. See what's happening with this right leg, in particular with your knee. One more breath here. Exhale. Bring the hands to the earth. Especially your right hand, take it slightly ahead of your right foot. You might wish to place this on a block. Turn onto the toes of your left foot. Bend deeply into your right knee. We're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Inhale, this left leg can begin to lift. If you wish, you can keep your big toe connected with the earth for balance here. And then when you have your balance, wherever you wish to be, Your right foot connecting through all four corners of the feet with a soft bend in the knees. Begin to open up the left arm across the heart. So you can have the left toes on the earth, the left leg extended parallel to the earth with the foot flexed. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana, open out the heart. And if you wobble, so be it. Reconnect with your balance, inviting the use of props. If you're near a wall, you can place the left toes on the wall. No judgment. So when we're working with the energy of this full moon in Capricorn, we can become very critical, very harsh, very judgmental, very controlling. We can be obstructive to ourselves and obstructive to others because we're so determined to succeed or to achieve or to manifest our intentions. And then we lose our connection to our dreams, our connection to our hopes, our connection to our aspirations, because we become caught up in the process. One more breath here, and then let's bend into that left foot, bring it to meet the right foot. Take a moment here. So your feet are on the earth. Your feet are quite wide here. We'll come into this functional forward fold, high on your fingertips. Breathe into the backs here. Have a soft bend in those knees. One breath here, and then let's reach up with the right leg behind us. Take a moment here, keeping that right hand connected to the earth. Let's draw up the left fingertips up to the sky. So we come into this twist. And let's lift the right leg up behind us. Right hand stays on the earth or on blocks, and we draw up the left arm. And when you're ready, let's bend into that right foot, bring it to the earth, rise up in Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, hands to heart, turn on your mat, come back to center. Take a moment here. Bring your Muladhara Mudra, hands reach up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Connect with this sense of wholeness, completion, of fullness, of infinity. As we might be kind of like marching through life, being driven by our ambitions, our goals, with commitment and effort we dedicate. We can sometimes be wasteful of our energy by getting caught up in the day-to-day monotony. How can we cultivate a deep connection to our aspirations, our intentions, to look forward to the future, to have this long-term vision, to always be thinking about looking ahead rather than looking back, to feel grounded and confident in this moment, to know that when we do step ahead, we're stepping forward from a place of strength, stability, security. It might be taking a risk, but we feel safe within ourselves. We're going to take, so we from here, we'll step to the left, so now we're going to step to the right. Turn the left toes up towards the bottom of the mat now. And turn the right toes to a 45-degree angle. And again, you can take your wide stance here, or take your narrow stance. I just want to make sure we're not doing the same side twice. If I switch mats, I'm just going to turn all the way. We had to step the left foot forward. So here, we want to step the right foot forward, my friends. That's right, isn't it? So step the right foot forward. Bringing your hands into your mudra. As you exhale, hinge forward. Unlock the knees. And when you're ready, you can reach forward with your arms or keep them at your heart. One more breath here. As you exhale, let's bring the hands down towards the earth. Inhale to draw the right hand across your heart to reach up, bringing your fingers into Prithvi Mudra. So we're working on the Muladhara. So here really sense the grounding from your lower, the sacrum, tip of the base of your spine, all the way through your legs. One more breath here. As you exhale, bring the right hand towards the earth. Inhale, left fingertips up to the sky. I'm going to turn so you can see me. I really don't know whether we're doing the left or the right side. It's a moment of doubt. If you know more than I do, then swap up and do the other side. One more breath here. I feel like we have done the same side twice. Yeah, I do feel like it. Do you, my friends? Somebody tell me yes, thumbs up. Are we doing the same side twice? Are we taking, when thumbs up, we're doing all right. Okay, good. I have to rely on my friends to keep an eye on whether I'm doing my left or my right. One more breath here. Now let's bring the hands to the earth. And we're going to lift the leg that's behind us to come into a balance here. Ardha Chandrasana. I'm going to do it this way so you can see. And then take the left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the foot and the hand down towards the earth. Take a moment here. We're going to lift the other leg, the right leg, and then inhale, left hand back to the sky so that we come into a twist here. When you're ready, let's bend into that right knee, step forward, coming into this functional forward fold. Bending into your knees, let's rise in Utkatasana. And then inhale, turn to the front, hands reach up, exhale over to the left, into center, over to the right, back to center. I may have done the same side twice, I may not have. C'est la vie. Let it go. Remember, no judgment, no self-critique, no obstructing ourselves or others. To have a plan, for that plan to be flexible, to be mutable, to be changeable, rather than us to be stuck in rigidity or dogma or be didactic with it. When we think about a mountain and we think about how powerful and strong and stable it is, yet it can also become an obstruction. Because how do we maintain in a world that is constantly changing and moving our center of gravity, our balance, but also to sway with the wind when we need to cultivate this motion back here in the center of our mat. Moving into Vrikshasana, tree pose, and then Garudasana. Let's connect through the left leg into the earth. Lift the right heel off the earth. And then bend into your knee. Perhaps you hug that knee in. Rotate your ankle one way then the other while we're here. And then let's bring that right foot somewhere onto our leg that will help us balance. So it could be on our thigh. It could be on our shin. It could be on the earth with the ankle resting on the heel. Wherever you wish to be, my friends. Find your drishti, your balance. Bring your hands into your Muladhara Mudra at the heart. Check that you have some sway or some movement in this left leg so that you can bend at the knee without losing your balance. If we stay rigid here, we're going to be more imbalanced. If we bring some fluidity here to counterbalance, then we'll have more stability. Hands can stay at the heart or they can reach up and over above the crown. If you wish, you can exhale over to the left. Inhale to center, over to the right. Inhale to center. Your whole connection is through the left leg. What you're doing with the right leg matters not. Let's bring the hands back towards the heart. Slide this right leg over the left leg. Bring the right toes to the earth or wrap them around the left calf. Coming into Eagle Garudasana. Again, focus on your drishti here. And now, my friends, I'm going to introduce the Garuda Mudra, the Eagle Mudra. So hook your thumbs, the element of fire. Open out all of your other fingers. Freedom. Moving away from limitations, boundaries, rigidity. So we are in our strength, in our stability, in our security. We are also free. We can dream. I invite you to open and close your fingers. And again, you can reach them above your crown. And then down towards your heart. In finding balance, there is some sway, there's some movement, there's give. We foster that. Even within the earth element and the grounded nature of the earth element of the Muladhara chakra. We are rooting, but we're rising. So you've all heard of the phrase root to rise. So it's this paradox, the paradox of the past and the future and this midpoint. The paradox of looking back and looking forward so that we gain more clarity. Let's unwrap that leg. Shake out that left leg or shimmy or whatever you need to do. And then let's ground down to the right leg. Again, coming into your Tadasana. Before you do that, lifting the toes or four corners of the feet. Then unlock that right knee. Hugging the left knee. As you rotate the ankle one way then the other. And then come into your version of Vrikshasana, tree pose. Find your drishti on the horizon. Come into your Muladhara Mudra. Interlacing your ring and little finger, extending your middle finger so their tips are connected, interlocking the index and the thumb into an infinity symbol. And when you're ready, reaching up above your crown. Exhale over to the right. Into center. Over to the left. Into center. If you fall out, come back in. If you wobble, so be it. We know that in movement there is stillness, there's stability, there's security, there's safety. Sometimes the wobbling is telling us that we need to move into more safety. Exhale your mudra to your heart. And then let's cross this right leg, left leg over the right. Again, your toes can come to the earth, or you can double wrap your toes around your calf. And sit here as an eagle. Bring your hands into Garuda Mudra. This time, let's swap the hands over. And open your fingers, let them be free, unrestrained, liberated, able to find freshness to your aspirations, your dreams, your hopes, so that you are re-inspired, re-motivated, reactivated, re-energized. Full moon in Capricorn helps us to become leaders, to identify the skills we have, the strengths we have, the resilience we have. Again, in your Garudasan with your Garuda Mudra, invite some movement. Om pūrṇamada pūrṇamidam pūrṇāt pūrṇam udacyate pūrṇasya pūrṇamadaya pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. Uncross your legs, release your mudra, shake out, shimmy, whatever you need to do here. Circle the hips one way then the other way. Let's do a little bit of swaying from left to right here. Maintain the sense of connection with the feet. And let's come down to the earth. So take your legs a little bit wider. Turn the toes out, bend up the knees. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips, fingers to the earth here. And then heel toe so that you can come into your malasana, your yogi squat. And instead of our Muladhara Mudra, let's have our Garuda Mudra here. And instead of being still, let's sway from left to right. Moving my vata bones. If you're ready, you can extend one leg long. And again, you might want to bring in some movement here. Perhaps folding into the hips, perhaps flying with your hands. And then let's go the other way. Back to center. And then let's come down to the earth, if not already. Bring your feet a little bit forward so you've got more room for your hips. Hands either side, and then let's drop the knees one way then the other way. Take a moment here. Let's lower down to the earth. Uncurl your spine one vertebrae at a time. So here I invite you to take your hands, interlace your fingers and wrap them underneath the skull at the occipital. Thumbs on your necks, arms open wide here. Walk your feet closer to your body. Cross the right leg over the left if you wish. And then begin to release the knees towards the left. You probably come onto the inside of your right foot, the big toe side. You might find that your right arm or right shoulder lift a little. If that does, bring your legs more to center so that you can maintain this openness, this expansion of the heart, so you are fully illuminated by the moon. Imagine that your head, the skull that you're holding, is the full moon itself. It's fullness, wholeness, complete, infinite self of yours. Inhale back to center, uncross the legs, recross the other way, and then lowering your knees over towards the right. It might help to place a bolster or a pillow underneath your knees. If you begin to get tingling in your fingers, adjust your arms a little. Inhale, center. Let's uncross our legs. Take your legs as wide as your mat, or wider. Open out your arms so you resemble a fallen star here. And I invite you to be in Shavasana. If you wish to be in Shavasana for longer than our time together, then stay here covering yourself with your blanket. So learning from the wisdom of nature, the wisdom of the lunar cycle, the wisdom of the moon. Being guided in our physical practice and our spiritual practice by the cycles of nature. Knowing that in order for us to create change, to be radical, we move from strong foundations. We don't stay still in our foundations. We move from them. We rise from them. We embrace change. We direct our energies, our efforts, our dedication, our commitment to growth, expansion, change. Finding balance through the stability, the resilience, the security of our root chakra. If you wish to rise from your Shavasana with me now, inhale and hugging your knees, gently roll from side to side. And then rolling over onto your left side in sleeping Krishna. With helping hands rising up to your Sukhasana. If you are in Shavasana, then completing your practice by sitting in Sukhasana whenever you are ready. Bring your hands to your heart in Namaskar. Closing by chanting our mantra, And then Om Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamida pūrṇāt pūrṇam udacyate pūrṇasya pūrṇam ādāya pūrṇam evāvaśiṣyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hands to the eyebrow center. Dhanyavad. Thank you, yogis and friends, for joining me. If we did the same side twice, balance it up tomorrow. Do the same side twice tomorrow. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you, my loves. Enjoy the full moon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.